Good morning, Year 5s. It's our Monday, last Monday of Year 5, as explained on the maths video. And it's our reading. So our reading this week, with it being the last week of our Year 5 stuff, I thought I'd just, still keep the same thing that we need to do. We still need to do the work we're doing, but I thought it'd be quite nice to do 3 of my favourite texts. Because to be fair, we have come to the end of all the cycles of Year 5 and the end of the resources I currently had only at home. But this one's one of my favourite. I'm not going to. Let me make this clear. Robbie Williams' "She's the One" is not my favourite song of all time. It is a belter, but it's one of my favourite ones to look at in reading. Okay, because it helps children to really start to think about what a song can mean. So I like this. I'm all cosy this morning. It's windy outside. I've got my cup of coffee next to me. I'm going to look at Robbie Williams' song lyrics. So have a little read of the song. Even better, have a little listen to the song, which I would play, but I don't think I'm allowed to play songs over YouTube. It would be copyright or something, I think. So find it on YouTube, on Spotify. You'll know it's the right song because it's the video's like an ice dancer. I think, is he the ice dancer? Or she the ice dancer? I can't quite remember. Anyway, so read it. You've got Doctor Deduction and you've got Detective Conjecture. So I think this because, and it's all conjecture because there's not necessarily one right answer. So, explain using evidence what is meant by "though the sea will be strong." Here we go. So, though the sea will be strong, I know we'll carry on. Well, basically, you've got to kind of work out what this song is talking about. So if you read through it and get to there, though the sea will be strong, well, you've got to think of what a strong sea means. You've got your ups and downs, you've got your waves, you've got your storms. Like somewhere you don't want to be, a very small boat in a big sea in a strong storm. So though the sea will be strong, I know we'll carry on. You need to kind of look at the line after it as well. Essentially, you've got to put something like, I think, though the sea will be strong, means there'll be troubled, even though there's troubled times, even though things will have their ups and downs. Because on the next line it says we'll carry on. So I don't think that's too hard to work out, that one. What does it mean? I was her, she was me. Very first line, a stranger line than the other one. But you've got to understand the song. The song is talking about him, or anybody singing along to this song, being absolutely head over heels in love for somebody. So, and like I said last week, most songs sing about being in love, whether it's missing somebody, meeting somebody, whichever. So the first one, I was her, she was me. Well, you've got to kind of break that down into half and half, haven't you? So I was her, okay, she was me. So essentially that means that they were that close and they were that in love that they were almost one and the same. They remember that, what's the the Spice Girls song, "Two Become One"? So two people become one. That's always that sort of idea of love, that two people become one thing, two hearts connect. So I was her, she was me means that it could mean they were always together. It could be that they always spent all their time together, so they were kind of seen as one person. Oh, it's Amy and Mike. It's never just Amy or Mike, it's Amy and Mike. Or it could mean a bit more in depth, like, the two hearts became one. I was her, she was me. We were in love together. So there's a couple of ways you could read that one. Number 3, what might happen if someone is calling me on? So you've got here, and this one's repeated a couple of times. Because if somebody's calling me on, so calling you on, it might be that phrase that's catching you out, but if you're calling somebody on, you're cheering for them. You're cheering them on. Cheering me on, calling me on. I think he's gone for calling just because it fits in the song a little bit better. So what does that mean? It means that person's, it's going to be her, or that person, always calling you on. And how can you call someone in life? How can you cheer someone in life? It could be literal. It could be that they are cheering you on with what you do. Or it could be a little more metaphorical. It could be that they're there for you. They support you. That's what happens if you're cheering someone on. You're supporting them, aren't you? And if you think about what that word means, to support, it means they're there for you. So that line, I think, if somebody is calling me on, if there's going to be somebody supporting me and telling me I can do this, it's going to be her. And then the last one, can you infer who the person might be? Now, really, you probably could do with working that out at the very start. Because if you can't work out who he's singing about, then the other questions are quite tricky. So, I mean, you can infer that this person is somebody who you fell deeply in love with, and is potentially not with anymore. It could be a family member that has passed away. You know, you don't always have to think, oh, it has to be somebody you love who you met. Could this be a family member? Could it be a friend? So start thinking about the different people in your life that you could love and who you could feel about this with. It could actually refer to different things. And that's the beauty of songs. It can mean things to different people. And then the last one, the challenge, which I can't answer. This is completely up to you. Which verse do you find the most powerful and why? Now, depending on which one it is whichever one you choose, I can't help. But you've got to refer to some lines, surely. You've got to refer to some lyrics or a powerful line or two and explain why that is powerful to you. Okay? Very good. Fantastic. Excellent. Thank you for having a look at that song. It's a very, it's a powerful one.